Hi guys, this is Kayla.
And this is Becky, and we're with A Couple of These Read.
Yes, and we also enjoy our weekly wine. What is the weekly wine, Becky?
Well, we are going with Hushkeeper, which they get their name from the old speakeasies. Because it was, during Prohibition, you couldn't have alcohol. So they played off of that. And this one is a Pinot Noir, which we love. Pinot Noirs. And let's see, what you think? I don't know. I know we've had Hushkeeper several times. I know we've had their Cab. I just don't know if we've had the Pinot Noir before.
Oh, that is very good. It's very refreshing. It's almost citrusy.
It has a tartness in it.
Yeah,
for sure.
like
has
not used to that aftertaste in a red wine.
Well, it has like baking spices. It's different. You've got your raspberry. You got
raspberry,
you got your dark plum, and the tartness is the cherry. It's not a sweet cherry.
This is a cherry. This is a
tart cherry. It's not a sweet cherry. So, but very nice.
Very good. Very full-bodied. And it has this taste that lingers that I think is that cherry tartness. Yeah. Which I feel like it's the perfect summer wine because it has that tartness.
Yeah. Well, it will go well with think about there's a place in Gulf Shores called Bahama Bob's, and they have this pecan crusted fish.
Yes.
And this would go so well with that, So I think anything like that, and you like salmon and things, I think that would go well. Cheeses, anything. Just anything to have a good time. So here we are.
So what is our book?
Okay. The book, I listened to this on audio because I was traveling by myself and to the beach and back, and so I wanted something to listen to. And How to Read a Book is the title of the book, by Monica Wood. And so this is the book. It's real cute front. It was very interesting. It's about a young girl who she has this boyfriend, and they go off, and he borders on abusive, not necessarily physically, but more emotionally, and he's very controlling. Okay, and so they decide they're going to run off to Seattle, and or somewhere, and they're going to get married and do all this right out of high school and everything. And he ends up getting some alcohol and some drugs, and she's never done drugs before, kind of thing. And he just said, well, go ahead and take this, and she really doesn't want to, but then she does because he really is pushing it. And then he decides, I'm too drunk to drive. I've had too much drugs, too much this. You have to drive. Well, she drives because she doesn't have the willpower to tell him no. And in the process, she crosses a lane and kills a woman head on and goes to jail for it. And, it's like at her trial, she doesn't really fight it because she feels so guilty about everything. And, the whole premise, though, is based on a book club in her prison. Harriet, who is one of the main characters, she leads the book club in prison. And she has all these ladies these women, who are there for various crimes. And some pretty, like, second-degree murder. Some, like her, are homicide, manslaughter type things. And she tries to bring in books that make them think, not necessarily always memoirs or nonfiction. She brings some fiction in, some poetry, and she finds that she decides to bring them poetry one day. And she is amazed how that really opened them up to each other, and how their interpretation of the poems and things. And so it's all about how a book can actually change your life. So this young girl, she ends up, they're in the middle of this book, and it's all about cemetery epitaphs. And she finds this book fascinating, but she gets out. I mean, it's like all of a sudden she's back in her, her cell. They come in, okay, you're getting out now. And she literally has no time to get her stuff together, and she ends up leaving her book. So her sister doesn't want her in the small town. Their moms died. And it seems like this is a stain on the family because you're this terrible person and everything, and ends up setting her up in a different city away from them. She's thinking she's going to get out and go home and try to face her life, but that's not really what happens. And her and Harriet end up crossing paths at a bookstore, because she's gone in to buy the book because she wanted to finish it, because they were having such in-depth discussions about it. And it just is a fascinating story about how she turns her life around, and how this book really helped her do that, and how this book club really helps these women in prison, and how it helps the different books that Harriet brings in, how it really helps them. I don't know, it's almost like a self-therapy type thing where they turn their lives around. They see future. And then it goes at the very end, the way it just kind of cuts off is about, her telling about her life after everything. I really didn't know how she was going to end it at all, and I probably shouldn't have told y'all that, but it was a very sweet ending, and I really enjoyed it a lot. So I think anybody that likes books about books about bookstores, and about second chances in life, and how the written word can really change your life, I think they really like this. So I definitely give Monica Wood a 5-star on how to read a book, and I really enjoyed the narrator on the audiobook. So, and I don't usually listen to audiobooks. I mean, this was a rarity. It's just I was going to the beach and back and had like 12 hours to kill by myself, so I wanted to listen to it. So anyway, pick this up if you haven't, and let us know what you think.
All right.
How to read a book.
Bye, guys.